All right, y'all come on in. Come on in. Come on in. All my divine ones, come on in, baby. I popped up on y'all today. I popped up on y'all today, baby. Y'all come on in. Come on in. How y'all doing, baby? Check on in. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Come on in. Come on in. All my divine ones, baby, check on in. Got Instagram live over there. Yes, baby, auntie is live. Got my YouTube live over here. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Yes, baby, come on in. Come on in. I'm going to leave this chat open for as long as I'm able to leave it open. It's available to anybody today, okay? But if it go to going crazy, I might have to click it back over to members only, baby. But I'm going to leave it open for everybody today. So y'all come on in. Come on in. Come on in. How y'all doing, baby? Come on in. Y'all put y'all locations in the comments real quick. Let me see where y'all tuning in from, baby. Put your locations in the comments. Come on in. Come on in. Put y'all locations in the comments, baby. Yes, come on in. Let me see where you tuning in from. I seen the UK. We got the UK in here. Okay, UK. I see Georgia in here. Come on, Georgia, my Georgia peaches. Yes, I see my mama in here. Come on, come on, come on. Y'all come on in. I see England in here. We got England in this thing, baby. Come on in. Savannah, Georgia. Yes, baby. I love me some Savannah. Come on in. Miami in this thing. Virginia, San Diego, Indiana. Y'all come on in. Texas, New Mexico, Jersey City, New Jersey, Seattle, Washington in this thing. Yes, come on in. Come on in. Manatee County, Florida in here. Come on in. Houston. I'm coming, Houston. March the 16th. I'm coming. I'm coming to Houston, baby. Y'all come on in. Come on in. How y'all doing, baby? Check on in this thing. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Glory be to God. God is doing a new thing. God is doing a new thing. Y'all know how we do. Go and drop that thing in the comments too, baby. Before we even get started, go and put it in the comments. God doing a new thing. Put that in the comments, baby. Speak that over your life today. Say, God doing a new thing in my life. God doing a new thing in your life. God doing a new thing in your coaching business. He doing a new thing in your marriage. He doing a new thing in your relationships, baby. He doing a new thing in your friendships. Yes, baby. We all over the world. We all over the world, baby. God said we got divine ones all over the world. Who is your family? Your family is those that do your father's will, baby. We got divine ones everywhere. You got family everywhere, baby. Everywhere you look, you're going to find a divine one. You're going to see a divine one, baby. Because God said we got divine ones everywhere. Y'all come on in. Come on in. We switching it up a little bit today, baby. We switching it up a little bit today. We in business mode today. Oh, okay. Somebody put that in the comments, baby. Say we in business mode. So put business mode in the comments. We in business mode. Oh, okay. Put it in the comments, baby. Grab y'all some water. Get your journal. Get your blue ink pen. Come on in. Come on in. Because we in business mode. Oh, okay. Y'all share this live, baby. I love y'all so much. Come on in. Come on in. We in business mode. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. We in business mode, baby. Y'all put that thing in the comments. Business mode. Put your entrepreneur hat on today. Put your business hat on today, baby. Because we in business mode. Put it in the comments. That's it. That's it. Business mode. I feel the business vibes in here today. I feel the entrepreneur spirit in I feel the entrepreneur spirit in here today, baby. Y'all come on in. Come on in. That's it. That's it. Come on. Come on now. Straight business mode. Straight business mode. Come on now, Coach Monica. Straight business mode, baby. Y'all come on in. Come on in. So to those of you that are new to me, a lot of y'all already know. You already know. You family. You already know. But to those of you that are new to me, I am Latoya O'Keel. I am a master life coach, a spiritual leader and a business mentor. And a lot of times people forget, okay, because I be so busy wearing that spiritual leader hat. Sometimes people forget that I'm also a business mentor for other coaches, okay? So in my academy, Latoya Okia Academy, I train and certify life coaches, and we create transformational leaders for the kingdom of God. So we don't just do a whole bunch of spiritual hoo-hoo foo-foo, but we giving you the tips and the tools, the knowledge, the strategies that you need to help you excel in business as well, to help you grow in business as well, okay? Because God don't want us one-dimensional. He don't want us only one. We got one little thing. We limit it to one little thing, but he wants you to dominate. He wants you to be that leader that he has called you to be. Now, is everybody meant to have a business? Is everybody meant to be a business owner, entrepreneur? No. Everybody is not meant to be a business owner. Everybody is not meant to be an entrepreneur, and that's all right. Okay, that's all right. But y'all know what I tell you all the time. You are the CEO of your life. And real quick, drop that in the comments, baby. Put that in the comments real quick. Say, I am the CEO of my life. Oh, okay. Whether you run a business or not, baby, whether you're an entrepreneur or not, you still in leadership. So put that in the comments real quick, baby. Say, I am the CEO of my life. Come on now. Come on now. That's it. Put it in the comments, baby. Say, I am the CEO of my life. You running that thing. You running that household, baby. You running that thing. Put it in the comments. Say, I am the CEO of my life. You the chief executive. Come on now, you the chief executive officer, baby. Put it in the comments. I am the CEO of my life. That's it, Grace Hill. Put it in the comments, baby. That's it, Patricia. You the CEO of your life. Come on now, that's it. That's it. Y'all, I can't hardly pronounce y'all Instagram names, but I'm gonna try. Allow your greatness. That's it. Put it in the comments. I am the CEO of my life. Success Queen 23. That's it, baby. You the CEO of your life. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it, Monica. You the CEO of your life, baby. Yes, yes. Inspire Boost with Shamira. Come on in. Come on in. That's it, Monica. You the CEO. You running the show. You running the show. That's it, Asia Lee. You the CEO, baby. You running the show. That's it, Queen Paris. Put that thing in the comments. You the CEO. Okay. So we know that everybody that's sitting here, you in leadership, whether you running a business or not. Okay. So I want y'all to know that and understand that. Know that and understand that, baby. Okay, we already got our question popping. So what I'm gonna be doing with y'all today, baby, on this episode of Divine Destiny with Latoya, baby, I'm gonna be showing y'all, like I said, in my academy, we train and certify life coaches. I develop life coaches, train life coaches through my academy. You come in, you get your certification, you get your training. I show you how to build your life coaching business from scratch and how to take that thing all the way up to the next level, baby. Just like God has been done with me, just like I have done. So I'm gonna be answering some questions for y'all today. So if any of you are interested in becoming a life coach, you've been hearing about this life coaching thing, it sounds like something that you could see yourself doing. I'm gonna break down some of the basics of it and just explain to y'all what it is, because it is, even though coaching has been around for a while, it is fairly new. It is still fairly new. And a lot of people, because I know every time I tell somebody what I do, it don't never fail. They be like, what is that? A life coach? Oh, what is that? What you do? What that sound interesting. What is that? I ain't never heard of that. A life coach. So it's still kind of fairly new to people. So I'm gonna be explaining some of the basics of it to y'all. And some of y'all might be some undercover life coaches. A lot of y'all, you just like how I was. I had been coaching all my life, ever since I was a little girl, baby, and didn't even know it until I understood what life coaching is. Okay. So how to start and scale your life coaching business. Okay. How to start and scale your life coaching business. And let me say this to you, that this is, you can also mark this as like a training. This is like a free training, free masterclass. That's why I say, get y'all journals, get your blue ink pens. Okay. Come on in, settle in, get these nuggets, baby. Because y'all gonna be able to take this information and get started today. Okay. So we train and certify life coaches, baby. What is a life coach? A life coach is a motivational friend. You're a motivational friend. Any of y'all, you that type of person where you always motivate people. You always motivate people. You the team player. People always coming to you for advice. They always coming to you to talk to you. They always coming to you because they feel better when they talk to you. Listen, baby, if so, then you probably a life coach. You probably a life coach, baby. You that go-to person. How many go-to people I got in here? You the go-to person. Cameron say me. Come on now. You the go-to person. They always coming to you. You just went in the grocery store to get you some eggs. And next thing you know, they coming over there talking to you. Somebody that ran into you. They telling you their whole life story. You that, come on now, Victoria, success motivator. Look, it's in your name, baby. So I know you a life coach over there, Victoria. You that motivational friend. You that person that always motivating people. You are for the success of others. You know that helping other people shine their light, that it doesn't dim your light. Come on now. Come on now. I see a couple y'all saying it. You that go-to person. Yes, yes. Come on now. Hey, Naisha, how you doing? That's it, baby. That's it. That's me. I see Patricia say, that's me. Yep. You that go-to person. They be coming to you for advice. They be coming to you because they say you a good listener. I can always talk to you. You just listen so well. I just feel so much better after I talk to you. Boss Queen 843 say me. That's you. That's you. Come on now. Me. If that's you, put it in the comments, baby. Say me. 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 If that's you, you a life coach. You a life coach. And listen, you owe it to yourself. You owe it to God. You owe it to your generation. Come on now. You owe it to your community. You owe it to your family. You owe it to your children to get serious about this gift. Did you know that that's a gift? Did you know that people are coming to you because they can see the gift that's in you? Do you know that your gift is drawing people to you? That's why they come to you and they talk to you. That's why they come to you, because they know you're going to listen. They know that you're going to be for them. They're going to feel better after they talk to you. Come on now. And some of y'all even take it a step further. You don't let them leave without coming up with a solution. Y'all don't get off the phone without coming up with a solution. You on it. Look, you got your journal and your blue ink pen. You over there coaching the whole time. Don't even know it. See, baby, look, this is what you need to do. So we're going to set this up like this. You should do this. Then after that, you should go talk to this person. Then after that, you should do this. You coming up with a whole strategy. You on the phone with them coming up with a whole strategy, baby. Okay, let me tell y'all right here, right now. That's called a coaching session. That's called a coaching session. Some of y'all been on coaching sessions and you ain't know it. You ain't know it, baby. I'm going to do another video. I'm going to do another training where I'm going to be talking to some of my low-key life coaches, my undercover life coaches, baby. Okay, so let's settle on in. Let's get on in. Let's get on in. So y'all drop y'all questions in the comments. I'm going to be answering some questions. We're going to be doing Q&A a little bit on this live. So if you could see yourself being a life coach, maybe you've already become a life coach. You've already started your coaching business. You've come through my academy and you've been trained and certified. I'm taking questions from everybody today. So all questions about life coaching, starting and scaling your life coaching business, I want y'all to put it in the comments. So Asia Lee said, is this all a part of the membership, the business coaching? So I have there's two different communities that's in my academy. It's two different communities. I have my monthly membership, which is the Latoya Okia Academy group coaching membership. That membership is $47 a month. That one, we do discuss business things, but it's more so spiritual development in that group coaching membership. I give you lessons and teaching. We do coaching every single Tuesday morning at 10:30 a.m. Tuesdays with Toya. And what I do in there with that membership is not like an official business coaching membership. We do discuss things about business and the basics of business. And we're going to be talking about how to start a business, but we don't go in depth with it like that as we do in the life coach certification. So the life coach certification is my other community that I have. Okay. It's the other community that I have that is specifically for life coaches. And we talk about building starting, scaling your life coaching business, there's a full training course that I've developed that comes along with that. So you get me every single month. I meet with my coaches every month. We talk about all things life coaching. I answer questions. And in that community, you're only paying a one-time fee for the price of the life coach certification. So that's the business coaching that comes with the life coach certification. Yes, baby. Let me see. Y'all drop y'all questions. Drop y'all questions. We changing it up. We changing it up a little bit for y'all today, baby. We changing it up a little bit. Changing it up a little bit. Okay, Naisha said, is the Tuesdays with Toya on the YouTube platform? Naisha, it's in the membership. So when you join the group coaching membership, you go to LatoyaOkillAcademy.com and you join the group coaching membership. It's only $47 a month and you can cancel at any time. Y'all can cancel at any time, but it's $47 a month. And that's where we do the live mentoring and coaching every Tuesday. But you get me on YouTube live every single Monday and Friday morning at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. Yes, baby. Okay, how do I get started? Grace Hill said, how do I get started? So how do you get started as a life coach? Okay, the first thing I say is figure out your why. Why do you want to be a coach? So if you're saying, well, I want to get started, how do I get started? First thing you got to do is go to the heart. You got to make sure that this is something that's in your heart. So is it something that's in your heart? In the Q&A box. Over here on Instagram, baby, just put it in the chat right there because I don't know how to work that Q&A box. I've been to end it the whole live. I don't know how to use it. So or y'all could just, if you're on Instagram, you can come over here on YouTube. That's probably what I do. Because I'll be looking at two different screens. So I probably just Instagram live. Y'all come over here on YouTube. The chat is open. It's not just for members. The chat is open to everybody. So if you're over here on Instagram live, come over here and join us on YouTube, baby. Okay. And you're going to be able to chat and put your question in now. Yeah. Because there was a lot going on right there. My brain like, there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on. So y'all come on in. How do you get started? You go to the heart first. Is it something that's in your heart? Is it something that's in your heart? Is it something that you've been doing for a while? Like I said, when you hear me explain to you what life coaching is, does it sound familiar to you? When I first heard about life coaching, when it was first introduced to me, and I was hearing them talk about what the characteristics of a coach was and what type of person would be a great life coach. As I was listening to the description of it, and as I was watching, when I was first introduced to it, first thing I thought was, that's me. That's me. Like, I do that. That's me. That's me. So when you hear me tell you and break it down, like what exactly a life coach is, a motivational friend, okay, an accountability partner, you that type of person where you're not comfortable just watching people sit in their mess. You don't like seeing people just sit in their mess. Like you that person that you're going to push them to be their best self. You're going to push them. You're going to motivate them. You're going to speak life into them. When they doubting themselves, when they saying, I ain't never going to make it, I don't know what I'm going to do, you the one that's saying, don't talk like that. I see greatness in you. Like you don't even know what's in store for you, baby. God, you speaking life over them. You motivate them. How many of y'all do that? As I'm explaining it to you, it sounds like you. It sounds like you. You the go-to person in your circle. People coming to you all the time for advice. That's you. So when you're thinking about how do I get started, that's the very beginning of it. Does it sound like you? And is it something that you could see yourself doing? And then is it something that you would be doing anyway, whether you were getting paid for it or not? See, these are some check marks that you got to check off in the very beginning before you even try to get into it, before you even try to get started, because it cannot be something that you do because you say, well, I see that such and such is successful in it, so I'm gonna do it because they doing it. Well, they make it look easy. So if I could just get on, all I gotta do is talk to folks on the phone, sign me up, baby. I can make some money and sign me. It can't be that. It's got to be in your heart. So once you have went and talked to God, you have prayed about this thing, you have consulted with God, and you see yourself as a coach, like you're understanding your true identity, because that's what it was for me. I was already doing all of these things, but then when I heard about coaching, it helped me to get more clear on my identity and my purpose and what I was supposed to be doing. So I was able to check the box, check the box, check the box. I'm like, that's me right there, baby. Let's go. So my why was, hey, Nakosha, you got to identify your why. Why is it that you want to get started in coaching? It's not for the money. It's not for, because you saw somebody else doing it, but it's truly something that's in your heart. Like we say all the time, baby, what that heart do? What that heart do is truly something that's in your heart. And once you have identified that it's in my heart, I'm going to do it, whether people book with me or not. I'm going to do it, whether people watch me or not, because I was doing it anyway. Okay. Then the next thing I say is you start developing yourself. This is how you get started. You start developing yourself. Remember, I was just telling y'all about my group coaching membership. That's only $47 a month. That's a great place that you can get started. Now, I'm not trying to sell y'all on a membership, but what I'm telling you is you got to get in some type of place where you can develop, where you can grow, where you can learn, where you can evolve, a place that you can get more familiar with your gifts. You got to get in a place where you can self-develop. This is how you get started. Okay. I know you could just roll out the bed and just be a life coach. Okay. Because the truth of the matter is that a life coach certification is not required. It's not something that's required. Life coaching is not a regulated field. So it's not required for you to get a life coach certification. So you technically could just wake up one day and say, I'm gonna go be a life coach. But I'm telling y'all the real of the real, and I'm telling you what I know and what I have seen for myself. Okay, you're gonna have to self-develop. You're gonna have to work on yourself first. You're gonna have to work on yourself first. Because what you're going to be doing with your clients, you're going to be helping them work on themselves. You're going to be helping them set goals. You're going to be helping them develop. You're going to be helping them move from point A to point B in their life. And you got to be able to do that for yourself first. You got to be able to do that within yourself first. Now, on the other hand, if you are already that person where you've been self-developing, you've already been self-developing, you've already been working with a coach, you've already been having like regular conversations with your pastor, with maybe you have a spiritual leader, or maybe you have a mentor. You've already been in that self-development space where you've been growing and you've been healing and you've been dealing with all your trauma and you've been addressing all your mommy wounds and daddy wounds and stuff. You've already been working on yourself. Y'all hang on one second. You've already been working on yourself, then you can go right into starting your coaching business. You can go right on into the next step, which is, I would say, is to create your social media. Create a social media. And if you have a personal social media account, and you've been had them accounts for a while, start fresh. Start fresh. Okay. Don't try to use the same platform you were using back in 2006, baby, when you was, on the other stuff. Because as a life coach, your image is very important. Okay. Your image is very important. So you want to get on social media, you want to create a social media presence and start creating content. And all that means is you just going to start talking about, this is after you have self-developed now. This is after you have started working on you. And after you've gotten some type of leadership, mentorship, maybe you book one-on-one sessions with a coach, or maybe you're in a group coaching membership, because you need to first see how this is done. You need to sit under somebody that you trust and somebody that's going to pour into you, that's going to sow into you, so that you can see how this is done. Great students become great leaders. I want y'all to put that in the comments. Great students become great leaders. In order for me to do what I'm doing now, And to be able to run a successful coaching business and coach other people, I had to first be a student. I'm still a student. I'll never stop being a student. Okay, so those are some few tips. Those are some tips right there. I'm gonna give you real quick to get y'all started, and I'm gonna talk about some more tips to get you started. I'm gonna just go back up and catch some more questions, and y'all got to excuse me because I'm long-winded and I can't just answer a question just like that. I have to go in depth with the answer, so y'all got to excuse me. Yes, baby. Great students become great leaders. Yes, that's it. Great students become great leaders. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay, JP says, what should I do if I'm still dealing with triggers and some resentment? That's a good question. That goes back to what I was just saying, JP, about getting under some mentorship, some leadership. And therapy is not a bad idea neither, y'all. I know it's been a lot of stigma around getting therapy, but it ain't nothing wrong with getting therapy. If you got to get a therapist, if you got to get a counselor, if you got to get a coach, whatever you need to do to deal with your stuff, to deal with your triggers, to deal with your resentment, to deal with the pain from your past, because a lot of people still sitting in the past. That is tough to get up and move beyond the past and to create a better future for yourself. So sometimes you gotta outsource. You gotta look for people outside of you. Yes, Cameron say he went to therapy. It ain't nothing wrong with going to therapy. It ain't nothing wrong with going to therapy, because I'm gonna tell y'all, the best coaches are the coaches that get coaching themselves. Come on now. So that's what I would say. If you still dealing with triggers, you still dealing with resentment, you still healing, then take that time to heal. It's not a rush at all. Take that time to heal and get with people that you trust. Pray about it. Ask the Lord to send people into your life. Y'all know I'm kingdom, so I'm going to give you the kingdom way. Pray about it and ask the Lord to send people into your life that you can trust. And ask him to give you a spirit of discernment to be able to discern these spirits of these people. And if it feels right, it feels like, okay, this is who I need to sit under. This is who I need to take instruction from. Plant there and grow. Plant your seed there and grow. And then take it easy on yourself. I know when we see, like on social media, we see in the world, the internet and stuff, it's like everybody is overnight success. Everybody is, if you ain't driving this type of car, if you ain't living in this kind of house, if you ain't wearing these kind of clothes, and you got to get it in 6 months, you got to get it in 3 months, you got to get it in 2 weeks, or you a bomb, you a failure. That stuff ain't real. That stuff ain't real. That's a lie. Okay. Anybody that builds true success, and you understand that it takes time. It is not something that happens overnight. It's going to take time. And if you want it the right way, if you want success that's going to stand the test of time, baby, you want true kingdom success, you got to get in the slow cooker. Got to get in the spiritual slow cooker, baby. That's what I call it. So JP, that's all that means, baby. You just got to get in the spiritual slow cooker, and you just stay there until that timer go off, and you'll know it. You'll know it when it's time. You'll know it. Yes, baby. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see who else I got. Okay, I got that one. I'm trying to scroll back up, y'all, because I missed a couple of them. Okay, let me just address this one real quick. Okay, the real unveiled. She said, but then I give the advice and they don't want to hear what's real. Now, the real unveiled, let me tell y'all real quick. This is a part of coaching. This is a part of life coaching. In order for you to start and to truly scale, when I say scale, I mean take it to the next level. I mean 10x it. I mean 20x it. I mean, that's when the increase, the overflow, the abundance, the surplus start coming in, falling in. You move beyond level 1 and you start coaching on a larger scale. That's what I'm talking about when I say scale. I mean, just make it bigger. Okay, you're still doing the same thing, but you're just doing it on a bigger scale and you're serving even more people. Okay, But before you can get to that level where you scale, in the beginning, this is something I always say, and not just the beginning, but all the way through life coaching. In order to be a great life coach, you know what separate just a regular good coach from an extraordinary, excellent coach, like a coach that serves with a spirit of excellence. One of the things that separate them is compassion. Compassion. I want y'all to put that in the comments. Compassion. Great life coaches have a spirit of compassion. Hey, Coach Monique, responsibility. How you doing? Great coaches have a spirit of compassion. Spirit of compassion, what that means is, I actually did a training with my coaches. I did a training with my coaches. I can't remember when we did it, but it's been like a few weeks ago. I did a training with them, the coaches that I certified, and we was actually talking about this. I can't even remember the title. I can't remember the title of the training, but we talk about stuff like this in our monthly meetups with my coaches. So I was telling them how you have to have a spirit of compassion to be a coach, meaning that when you tell people, when you give them suggestions, when you give them advice, and life coaching is more than just giving suggestions. It's a whole lot more than just giving advice. Okay. When you put it on a scale, giving advice is less than 10% of what you're going to be doing. When coaching is done right, you're not giving a whole lot of advice. Okay. When coaching is done right, you're doing more listening than anything. So that's why it's got to be in your heart, and you got to be a great listener. You got to be able to listen to people and not get annoyed. You got to be able to listen to people and not be aggravated. Y'all, hold on one second. Let me get my charger. My laptop about to go dead. Get my charger. Corey be having my charger. That's my youngest son. He 8. He be having my laptop charger charging his tablet. He be having my laptop charger charging his tablet, and he overcharged that thing. He charged so much till it be overcharged. Then meanwhile, my laptop over here on 2%. My laptop over here on 2%. Okay. So spirit of compassion. As a great life coach, you have to have a spirit of compassion, meaning that you have to understand that people will not always get it the first time. Always, it's not a one and done. It's not, hey, you come book with me, I'm gonna give you the formula, I'm gonna give you the playbook, I'm gonna tell you what you need to do, and do it. And if you do it, you're gonna be successful and everything gonna be all right. And then in the perfect world, they would go off and do exactly what you told them to do. And they would be successful and everything would be fine. Then they ride off into the sunset, baby. But that ain't how it go. Okay. Truth be told, let me tell y'all, I have had clients that book with me. I have often had to say the exact same thing over and over and over and over. I have often had to teach the exact same thing over and over and over and over. And I say it in different ways. I word it in different ways, but I'm usually saying the same thing. When I come on my channel and I make videos, I'm usually talking about the same thing. You just see different titles. You see me word it different ways, but my message as a coach, you have a central message. Your messaging is going to be the same. You're just going to talk about it in different ways. You'll teach about it in different ways. You'll word it in different ways. But this is why this got to be in your hearts. Because if it ain't in your heart, you're going to say, baby, I ain't got time for this. I'm tired of telling these folks this. They ain't listening to what I'm saying. We don't be listening to God. Come on down living with JP, how God be doing us. Exactly. We don't, how many times we have to how many times God have to tell us the same thing over and over and over again? We still don't be getting it. But what he do? He still love us. He still has a spirit of compassion towards us. He still forgives us. So I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you, that's one of the things that makes a great life coach. Understanding that they will not always get it the first time, and that's okay. That's okay. But every time you say it, no matter how many times you have to say it, you say it with love, you say it with compassion. Now, of course, you got to draw the line somewhere, and you know you got to have a spirit of discernment and know when to pull the plug. Um, and we'll go more in depth with that later. I can only go in depth with so much stuff on this video, but understand that it takes a spirit of compassion. Okay, you got to be willing to be long suffering. That's the way God is with us. Be long suffering. And what I've seen a lot of the times with my clients, when I was long suffering with them, when I was compassionate with them, when I didn't give up on them, over a period of time, because transformation takes time, y'all. It does not happen overnight. It does not happen in 2 weeks. It does not happen in a month. Real transformation is a process. It takes time to break bad habits. It takes time for people for people got to hear information over and over and over again before it truly seeps into their subconscious mind. The language of the subconscious mind is repetition. It takes repetition. That's how you get new information into your subconscious mind, into your spirit, into your heart. It's through repetition. So in order to be a great coach and to help your clients get transformation and get the results, come on now, because it's in the results. In order to help them get the results that they want, you got to have a spirit of compassion to be able to keep teaching, keep speaking, keep coaching, keep instructing, keep mentoring until it locks in and they get it and they understand. Yes, baby. Yes. So just to give y'all some more tips on starting, when you start on social media, right? When you create your social media presence, you're not coming on being nobody but yourself. You're not coming on being nobody but yourself. And you do not, and I'm going to say this, you do not have to be on social media in order to have a successful coaching business. Social media is just the fastest way. It's the fastest, most effective way, okay? Because everybody got a phone in their hand. Just about everybody who you know ain't got no cell phone. Who you know ain't got some type of social media account. They got some type of Facebook, some type of Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And let me tell y'all this about YouTube. Whether you decide to go the social media route or not to start making videos and creating content, whether you decide to go that route or not, I recommend that every coach have a YouTube channel. Every coach, every entrepreneur, even if you're not a coach, every entrepreneur, anybody that's in business, you need to have a YouTube channel. You need to have a YouTube channel. And I'm going to tell you why. Because YouTube is not just a regular social media platform. It's actually bigger than just another social media platform. YouTube is a search engine. It's a search engine. YouTube and Google, yeah, they together. They together. Y'all ever notice when you Google something, when you go on Google and you Google something, you not only see like blogs and articles and stuff, but what else do you see? You see YouTube videos. You see YouTube videos. So in order to really get started as a life coach and really get your brand out there and scale, you need to have a YouTube channel. Because people are searching for the information that you know. You have information inside of your mind right now that people are on their phone and they Googling and they saying, how do I do such and such? How do I get over a bad breakup? How do I take my power back after a divorce? How do I lose 20 pounds? How do I lose? Come on now. Yes, that's it, Nikki. It's owned by Google. They own it. So when you go on Google and you search, and y'all know I tell you all the time, we the Google generation. We the Google generation, baby. We'll Google some stuff real quick. We the Google generation. So you go on Google, you searching, This is why, as a coach, you want to have a YouTube channel. You want to start. If you ain't started, it ain't too late. 2024, you can start. You can start. It ain't too late. It ain't too late, baby. 2024, you can start. And you do not have to be perfect in order to start. I did a video about this one time. You ain't got to be perfect, Patty, in order to start your coaching business. Okay. Yes, like I told y'all a few minutes ago, you do need to get mentorship. You do need to get leadership. You do need to have some guidance over your life. You do need to be self-developing. Come on now, but you don't want to get to the point where you overdone. Y'all know you leave that meat in the slow cooker for too long, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Okay. So you don't want to be too overdone. You don't want to be overthinking, overanalyzing, overdoing this, overdoing that. Come on now. You can still get started, because as a coach, you're going to be self-developing for the rest of your life. You're going to be breaking bad habits for the rest of your life if you're doing it right. As a coach, you have to create a lifestyle of learning. A lifestyle of learning, meaning that you're going to always be a student. You're going to always be learning. You're going to always be working on yourself. You're going to always be self-developing, because this helps to make you a great coach. It helps to make it helps for you to get coaching and get mentoring behind the scenes and to self-develop behind the scenes, because you adding more value to yourself by doing that. You're learning new information. Y'all know why I will never run out of things to talk about? I will never run out of titles. I will never run out of videos. I will never run out of master classes. I will never run out of coaching sets. I will never run out of coaching topics. None of that. You know why? Because when I turn this stuff off, I go back to this. I go back to pouring new information into my mind. I go back to learning new things about myself. I go back to picking up my journal and my blue ink pen, and I start writing. I start strategizing. You never get to the point where you think you done arrived. Never get to the point where you think that you done arrived and you don't need to work on yourself no more. A great coach, you're going to commit to a lifestyle of learning. Yes, you're going to read new books. You're going to listen to audio books. Come on now. If you're not a reader, if you're not that type of person where you like to read, I like audio books over reading regular books. Now, I like to have regular books in my possession, but if I got a choice, I'm going to pick the audio. I'm going to pick the audio book. I'm going to go for me a good audio book. And this is the type of stuff that you're doing as a coach when you're not building your business, when you're not creating your websites, when you're not creating your booking profiles, when you're not coaching clients, when you're not responding to emails and all that type of stuff. What you're doing outside of that, you developing yourself. You working on you. Yes, baby. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Y'all can drop y'all questions in the comments. Drop y'all questions in the comments. Yes, baby. Drop y'all questions in the comments. How to start, how to scale. How to start, how to scale. That's it, Nicole. That's it. Small steps lead to big leaps. That's it. That's it. You got to baby step that thing, baby. Got to baby step it. Y'all hang on 1 second. Got to baby step it. So when you starting your coaching business, you done created your social media presence, okay? You done picked the social media platform and you get online, you start creating content. What we said, definitely start a YouTube channel, okay? Definitely create you a YouTube channel, and then you get started. You get started creating videos. You get started making videos. My first video, I recorded on my channel. I didn't have no tripod. I didn't have no ring light. I didn't have none of that stuff. I took a red plastic cup. I turned it upside down. I put a slit in it, and I set my phone in it to hold my phone. I stacked up a whole bunch of books, and I put that red cup on top of them books, and I set my phone in that cup, and I looked at that camera lens and I recorded my video. I recorded my video and I was nervous. I was shy. I was afraid. I was an introvert. I didn't like it being, just putting myself out there like that. But see, you got to get past all of that. That's why the self-development is so important, because you're living in a false identity. All of those things that I just said about myself, that wasn't the real me. That was a false identity. I thought I was introverted. I thought I was shy. I thought I was reserved and timid and quiet and to myself. But the more I self-developed, the more I learned, the more I got new knowledge, the more I healed from my past, I started to see who I really was. And I started walking boldly in my calling. And little by little, y'all, it takes repetition. There is no magic formula. There is no sprinkle dust. It ain't no, well, how do you just got to do it. You just got to do it. You just got to set that phone up or get somebody to set it up for you. Look in that camera lens and talk. And you're going to talk about what you would be talking about, whether that camera was on or not. Okay, let me see. Once you get the email list, how do you format the actual emails, like layout, design? So once you get to that point where you have set up an email list, that's actually going to take me into the next thing I was going to say. So after you have created your social media presence, what I want y'all to then start doing after you get online, you start making content on YouTube, videos, TikToks, Reels, shorts, whatever type of content you decide to create. You want to immediately from the very beginning start building your email list. You want to start building an email list. So you want to come up with some type of product or service that you can offer to your audience for free, and make sure that it's not just something that you just threw together just because it's free. No, it need to be something that you would charge for. Okay. So you want to come up with a product, create a service. It could be 10 steps to do whatever, 10 tips to do whatever. Okay. 10 prayers for whatever, 20 affirmations for whatever. So just think of some information that some tips that you have. It could be an ebook. It could be a mini course. It could be a webinar. It could be a training. It could be a recording. But you need to come up with some type of free product or service. And then you push that out as you creating your content. So you tell people about it. Okay. And then you give it to them in exchange for their email address. So you're going to have some type of page set up where they can come and they can put their email address in. And in exchange for their email address, you're going to give them whatever your free offer is, whatever your free product, free service is. From the very beginning, this is what I say. Don't come into it saying, I ain't make no money this week. I ain't make no money this month. It's not about that. It's not about that. Okay. It's about service and it's about purpose. So you get online because you want to serve. You get online because you want to help people. You get online because you want to, you have some information that's going to help people change their life. Okay. It's not about getting online so I can make some money in my coaching business. Because if that's the mindset, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Because it's going to be a minute before you see anybody. Okay. I don't care how good you is. You're going to hear crickets in the beginning. It's going to be a minute where you ain't going to see nobody. Ain't going to be nobody on there but you and Jesus. That's why I say it better be in your heart. And it better be something you love doing. And it better be something you love talking about. Because you doing it for the money, you're going to give up. And that's real talk right there. You're going to give up because it takes time. Got to go through the tunnel first. Okay. So once you get the free offer, free service, they give you their email address. So you said, how do you format the actual emails? Now I use Wix. You can use Wix, Wix, Wix.com. That's a website platform that also, they have an email marketing system inside of their platform. So you could use Wix. You could also use MailChimp. MailChimp is another one. That's an email marketing system. They have the layouts, the designs, everything that you can choose, how you want your emails to be formatted. They got it all right there inside of that software. So those are two that I recommend. Some other ones that's out there is Aweber. You can use Aweber as an email marketing system. Active Campaign is another good one, Active Campaign. But the one I use is Wix. So it's all incorporated in my website. My website is iamlatoyaokia.com. And inside of my Wix website, I have an email marketing system that I design all my emails, the layouts and everything. I do that inside of Wix. How do you get more views on YouTube? Now that go back to what I was just saying. Heaven sent about, I wish there was like a special formula. A special formula. Now I did do a full masterclass on this. I did like a 3-hour training masterclass on how to grow your YouTube channel. The number one thing is a word that you hear all the time that I know y'all probably sick of hearing, but it's the truth. And that's consistency. That's consistency. That's how you get more views on YouTube. And you're also going to get more views on YouTube when getting more views on YouTube is not your first priority. When your first priority becomes, how can I help somebody today? How can I serve somebody today? How can I get this information that I have to the person? How can I bless somebody today? How can I use my gifts and my intellectual property and my talents? How can I use that to bless somebody today? I want to get on this video because I want to bless somebody today. I want to get on this video because I want to serve somebody today. And as you get lost in that, and as you get lost in self-development, becoming the person that you were divinely created to be, the views on YouTube will be an automatic. Y'all see that plaque back there? That silver award plaque back there, that's for 100,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's got to be in your heart. It got to be on your heart. You know what I did? It got to be in your heart. What I did, I got on YouTube and I started talking about what I was already talking about. I ain't talking about nothing no different on my channel. You can scroll through all my videos. I'm not talking about nothing no different than I haven't talked about all my life. I've been talking about this stuff all my life. Since I was a little girl, I've been in church. Since I was a little girl, I've been in leadership. Since I've been what I was about 15, 16 years old, training and certifying people for McDonald's as a crew leader. I ain't doing nothing. No, you can't get online and try to take on a different persona, is what I'm saying. You have to be the person that you genuinely are. You have to be that person online. And the views come because people see the authenticity. The views come because people see the realness. People can tell if you're being fake. They can tell if you fake. They can tell if that ain't how you really talk. It's in your energy. It's in your spirit. They can tell. Y'all can tell, right? You can tell. So you got to know that people can tell when you try to do it too. So if it's not really something that you love and it's not something that you're really passionate about, you won't get views. You'll get some, but you won't get views. And then let me also say this, that is not all about the views. It's not all about the views. Remember I told y'all a few minutes ago that you got to identify your why. Don't let your why be purpose. Let your why be, I want to help somebody. I want to serve. I want to give. This is my calling. This is what I have been called to do. This is what I would be doing anyway. So when it becomes about that, the views are automatic. It will come. Now, of course, you got all this other stuff. Let me do a time check because I got to go get my kids. Of course, you got all this other stuff, like thumbnails and titles and hashtags and descriptions and all that stuff. It's a whole science behind all of this. But I'm telling you, as somebody that didn't do none of that, okay, every now and then I would try to come up with some catchy or something. I would try to put a few hashtags in there because that's what they was telling me I needed to do. Or I would need to, okay, well, they say I need to put this in my description, or they say I need to do this or do that. But views came because I was being myself. Views came because I was growing behind the camera. Views came because I was self-developing, because I was breaking bad habits, because I was becoming a new person, and I was authentically serving in my gift. Views came because I was being the realest, rawest, most authentic version of myself. And I stopped being afraid of the camera. See, you got to stop being afraid of the camera. There's a fear that you have when, and you gotta look at that camera, and you gotta talk to that camera lens like that's a sister that's sitting in your house that you're talking to. You gotta look in that camera lens, and you gotta talk to that camera lens like that's your brother, like that's your friend, that's your bestie, that's your homegirl. And when people feel like, man, feel like she talking to me, it feel like he talking to me, it feel like he in my car, I'm riding with him in the car. That's my uncle right there. That's my auntie right there. Like that's my friend. That's my best friend in my head. When people feel that from you, they will watch you. Do you understand me? They will come to your channel and try to figure out when you're going to be back on again. They're going to subscribe. You ain't going to have to tell them to subscribe. They're going to automatically subscribe. And see, this is what it has to be about in the beginning. See, you building a community. This is very important when it comes to starting your coaching business and scaling. You have to work on growing your email list and building a community. And be visible. Visibility is very important too when you're starting off. You got to be visible, because if they're not seeing you, if you're not online, if you're not showing up, if you're not visible, then your business it's almost like it don't even exist. So you got to create a schedule that you can make videos, make content. If you're a writer, you can also write. It doesn't have to be videos. You could write blogs. You could write articles and stuff. It's different ways that you can do this. It doesn't just have to be video. It's a lot of people creating faceless YouTube channels too. You could do that as well. Okay, let's see. Renata said, do you have to be healed and not in the middle of your own mess before starting? Now, I get that question a lot, Renata. I get that question a lot. So this is case by case. This is case by case. And it, of course, depends on what you specifically have going on, because it depends on what kind of mess it is. If it's super messy, if it's a lot going on with that, then I would say stop, take your time, get in the slow cooker, work through all of that first. If it's so messy that it's going to affect the way you show up to your audience, if it's so messy that it's on your mind when you coaching your clients, you can't coach from a free spirit. Your mind has to be clear. You have to be done work through enough of your stuff in your own life that your mind can be clear enough to listen to your clients, to give feedback when it's necessary, to be there for them. Y'all know it's hard to be there for somebody else when you be feeling like, I need somebody to be here for me. I need to talk to somebody. So do you have to be healed? The answer is yes and no. Yes and no. Because none of us are never 1,000% healed. We're going to always be addressing our trauma. We're going to always be turning over rocks that we didn't see before. We're going to always be going back, dealing with our old stuff, healing our inner child, all that stuff. We're going to always be doing that. But you come to a point where you become whole enough. You have to become whole enough to help somebody else. And you're whole enough to help somebody else when you're not talking about your stuff all the time. When not, just like for me, it was stuff that happened in my life and stuff that I dealt with in my past that I had to become whole enough from that stuff. Because had I not done that, when I started my coaching business and when I started getting on YouTube, creating videos, I would have been talking negatively about that stuff. That would have contaminated my message. Y'all get what I'm saying? That would have contaminated my message. Y'all hang on, my comments had froze. Yeah, that would have contaminated my message. So I had to become whole enough to where those people, I had really forgave them. That stuff that happened, I had really put it behind me. And now this is how you know when you whole enough, because you get to that point in your life where you can tell the story. You can tell the story from a clean place, from a pure place, with no hatred, no animosity, no negative feelings whatsoever. You can teach, you can tell the story, and you can teach from it. That's what I do now. That's what I do now. I talk about those seasons where I slid down the wall and did the ugly cry. I talk about those seasons where it was really hard financially for me and my children. I talk about those seasons of not getting support, not having anybody with me, right? Having to raise my children on my own, going through a divorce, all of that stuff. I talk about that stuff now, but I talk about it from a clean place because I have put that behind me and I have healed from that. I have healed from that and I have forgiven everything and everybody that was involved. I have forgiven. So once you have forgiven, you have put it behind you, you can talk about it from a pure place and you can teach from it. That's when you know, okay, I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to get started. And it has to be behind you because if not, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. It will come out. Trust me, that's how you know whether you over something or not. Because if you ain't over it, it coming out. It coming out, baby. You're going to be talking about it. It's going to be flowing out of your mouth. It's going to be coming up out of your heart, up out of your spirit. So the answer to that is no. You do have to be healed. But we all going to be healing for the rest of our life. So you just have to become whole enough. Okay. Do you have to coach on one particular topic? So with coaching, there's different categories. There's different lanes that you can choose to be in. Now, do you have to coach on one particular topic? You don't. You don't. You can coach on multiple topics because that's what I do now. I coach on multiple topics. But now, if you first starting out, I would recommend if you have not built like a fairly large platform for yourself, if you just starting out, I would say do not coach on multiple topics. Do not coach on multiple topics. Okay. Pick one topic. Pick one topic. And when you picking your topic, this is how I want you to pick it. I want you to think about what is your come up story. Think about yourself and think about what is your come up story. So when I say the come up story, I mean, think about an area in your life where you was once broke, busted, and disgusted. You was once on level 0, but you had a transformation in that area. So you moved from 0 to level 5. You moved from 0 to level 10. You got a transformation. You're now on the other side of it. You're not that woman or that man that you used to be, but you've lost that weight, or you started that business, or you started that cooking business or that cooking channel, or you started your hair business or your hair care line, or you created some type of transformation in your own life. You've healed from that bad breakup. You remember the time where you was crying, drinking tears for water, sliding down the wall, doing the ugly cry. You didn't think you could live without that man. You didn't think you could live without that woman. And now you on the other side. Well, it's people that's still in that. It's people that's still dealing with that. It's people that don't know how they're going to make it from point A to point B. But you have the formula because you walked it yourself. This is the thing about life coaching. Your experience comes from your life. Okay? Your experience comes from your life. You're not a therapist. You're not a counselor. So you don't have a 4-year degree. You don't have a college education in this, but your experience came from life. See, people book with life coaches because they don't want somebody with textbook knowledge. They don't want somebody that has studied in the book and got textbook knowledge. They want somebody that walked this thing themselves. They want somebody that done went through the trenches. They done felt this. They know exactly how this feel. They know exactly what you gonna feel and how you the whole experience of it, because you walked it and you lived it for yourself. That's how you come up with your topic, because that's what you well rehearsed in, because you had to make it through that yourself. So you just gonna be training them, teaching them, coaching them, listening to them, giving advice when it's needed, when it's necessary. You're going to be asking questions. That's a huge part of life coaching. You're going to ask them questions to get them to think. Empowering questions to get them to think. So do you have to coach on one particular topic? No, you don't. But in the beginning, I do recommend that you pick one topic, because if not, you're gonna be running like a chicken with your head cut off. You're gonna give it up, because it gonna be a headache. It gonna be a headache. You need, and then in order for you to help your clients get results, right? Because you want them to get results, you want them to have outcomes. You want them to, really get those transformations, really get those results. You're gonna have to pick one topic in order to do that. Pick one topic and focus on getting results in that one topic, that one lane, that one niche, one topic in the beginning. Now, once you've built momentum in your coaching business, once you've built like a bigger size community, a larger platform, then you can start, well, I want to coach a little bit on this. I want to like this month come in this February, I might say, well, I think I want to do a training on XYZ. I'm gonna do this type of training. I'm gonna do that type of training. Because now I'm thinking about all the stuff I done overcame. I'm thinking about all the stuff I done learned. I'm thinking about all the stuff that I've experienced. And then I'm like, okay, well, this month, because I have such a large community, I have such a large platform, I can go from different topics and teach and coach, because I'm doing groups. So I'm doing group master classes every month or every quarter. But in the beginning, when I first started out as a life coach, coaching one other person and trying to get results for people, stick to one topic. Okay, so I'm gonna do a few more and we gonna get ready to go. I'm gonna do a few more. Let me see. What tips would you suggest on staying consistent, not giving up when life is lifing? Life be lifing, baby. Not giving up when life is lifing, such as death in the family. That is such a good question. Such a good question. And everything you said, I done dealt with it in my own life. I done dealt with it in my own life, and I done dealt with it in my own business. So staying consistent. This goes back to why it has to be in your heart. Remember, I told y'all this is something that I was doing ever since I was a little girl. So it wasn't just a job for me. It's got to be more than just a job for you. This has to be your identity. This has to be a lifestyle for you. When something is a part of your identity, when something is a part of your lifestyle, it don't matter what come, it don't matter what go, you're going to stay planted in that thing, because you realize that you found your work of life. You have found your purpose. So there is no you without this thing. If you don't feel like that about this, then that's not what you was called to do. It has to be that there is no me without this. Like, you can get me without this, but you're going to get a shell of me. Like, I think about who I was before I found my purpose, before I truly got transformation with God. You ain't going to get the Toya I am now. You was not going to get that same person back then. Yeah, I wasn't the same woman. I wasn't the same person. And it was because I had not found my work of life. I had not found my true meaning for my existence. You have to find the true meaning for your existence. This is more than just a business. This is more than just another stream of income. It has to be, this is part of my identity. This is part of my existence. So when it's there, when it's in your heart and it's a part of your identity, when death comes, okay, when all kind of setbacks come, when stuff happens in your family, stuff happens in your marriage, stuff happens with your children, it has to be a vision that has been given to you by God. When the vision has been given to you by God, it will stand the test of time. If somebody leaves your life, or something happens, or you get sick, or you fall on hard times and you give it up and you never come back to it again, come on now. It wasn't given to you by God. Because when that thing was placed into your heart by your creator, by God, baby, and that's what you was called to do, you're going to always go back to it. You'll always go back to it. Listen, even when you quit, even when you give it up, y'all don't even know how many times behind the scenes I done told God, I'm through with this. I'm through with this. because the real of the real hit. Life be life, and for real, just like you said, that thing hit. You lose people that's close to you. You got to bury people. Come on now, when you gotta sign your name on a paper to pull the plug on somebody that you love, when you gotta watch that casket go down in the ground and you know you ain't never ever gonna see that person again on this side. You don't want to hear nothing about no coaching business. You don't want to hear nothing about none of that stuff. When your child gets sick, come on now. When you start going through, when you start going through a divorce, when you lose your house and you got to downsize, you got to go live on, you get a demotion at work, your money start acting funny. Ain't nobody booking with you. Clients ain't coming. And you tell God, I'm through with this. You throw in the towel and he throw that thing right back. You be just like Moses. You going off somewhere in a land, get married, have children. You forget all about that stuff. And then what God did, brought it right back. Brought it right back. Because this your purpose. See, this is your calling. This is what you have been called to do. This is your work of life. When that is the case, it won't leave you alone. See, I did a video one time called Sometimes the Vision Have to Carry You. See, when that vision has been given to you by God, baby, you're going to hit some stages in your life where that vision going to have to carry you. It's going to have to carry you through them times where you have death in the family. It's going to have to carry you through them times where you can't stay consistent. You can't, come on now. And staying consistent, inconsistency is part of the false identity. Each and every one of you, you have a spirit of consistency in you. You have it in you to be consistent. But the problem is you don't identify as a consistent person. It's not a part of your identity. So you have to retrain your mind. You have to retrain it through repetition, through new knowledge, through new information. You got to speak the opposite. This is biblical. The Bible tells us to call forth those things that be not as though they were. If you are an inconsistent person, you got to call forth those things that be not as though they were. You got to say, I am consistent. I am consistent. I tell myself this every day. That's how I started in the beginning. Everything I felt like I wasn't, that I knew I needed to be in order to be successful, I started telling myself that I am these things. I am is powerful because that's God. That's the presence of God, baby. When you say I am, you are announcing the presence of God. And I don't care what you said you ain't. When you say I am, and you say it enough times through repetition, watch and see what start happening. That subconscious mind start getting the memo. Your spirit start getting the memo. The spirit say, oh, we consistent. Baby, that thing, I know I'm on camera every day. Every day. I'm on podcasts every day. Do you understand me? I'm teaching classes every week. I'm on Zoom every week. You know why? Because I changed my identity. I no longer identify myself as inconsistent. That ain't me. That's the false identity. I am consistent. So you go in there in your mirror and you look in your mirror and you look yourself in the eyes, and this how you talk to yourself just like this. You tell your mind, I am consistent. I am successful. I am a successful life coach. I am scaling my life coaching business to multiple 6 figures per year, baby. I am a multimillionaire. I am living in the lavish abundance of God. And you got to talk to your mind just like that, because your mind gonna think it's gonna take you for a joke. When you say this stuff, your mind gonna say, no, you ain't. No, you ain't. You just talking. No, you ain't. Where the money at then? If you a millionaire. Where the money at then? Where the clients at then? Since you big timing, since you a successful life coach and everything. That's why you got to get bold with it, baby. You got to talk like you trying to convince somebody or something, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're convincing yourself. See, this ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. This between you and God. You talking to yourself. Come on now. You talking to the presence of God that is within you. I am consistent. And when you identify yourself as a consistent person, I don't care come hell or high water, baby, you still gonna show up. Sometimes I kid y'all not, I blow my own self away. Cause I be thinking about some of the stuff I've been through. And I'd be like, Toya, how in the world is you still showing up? you ain't lost your mind? How you ain't gave up? How you still smiling? How you still all these years later, all these videos later? Come on now, all these tears later, all these losses later, you still coming online and smiling, saying, come on in, come on in. Hey, divine ones, y'all come on in. How y'all doing, baby? Slide on anything like Eddie Kane Jr. Come on now. That's how you know it's in your heart. Because out of all them losses, out of all them setbacks, it won't leave you alone. Even when you give it up, God bring it right back to you. Bring it right back to you, baby. Okay. So I got to get ready to go, y'all. We're going to do some more of these. We're going to do some more of these. Let me see. Let me hit this one real quick. Okay. Content with content with Rashika, excuse me. How do you draw the line between the business part and personal? Like not getting too close to clients / audience. That's a really good one right there. So with life coaching, you have to maintain a professional relationship. Maintain a professional relationship. So when your clients book with you, when they come to you, they are coming to you because they see you as the authority. They are coming to you because they have some level of respect for you. Now, this is what I learned. As the coach, as the authority, it is your responsibility, not theirs. It is your responsibility to maintain that boundary, to maintain that wall between y'all. And it's not like a blockage, but I mean that wall as in that separation. You have to have boundaries because as the authority, you have to give them something to respect. Come on now, y'all know I'm telling you the truth. You're going to respect people that give you something to respect. So as their coach, they can't see you wilding out. They can't see you jumping on tables. They can't see you, taking your top off. They can't hear about the fight that you just had with your husband last week. They can't hear about, what you've been doing. You get what I'm saying. Behind the scenes stuff. So there's a boundary that you have to maintain. You don't share things about yourself, about your personal life. You do not share it. Now, if you bringing up something just to make a point from it and to tell a story and you're going to quickly move on from it and it's very surface level, that's different. But you don't want to share. You don't want to bring them into your personal life. Because when people start knowing more and more about you, y'all know it's the dangers of familiarity. Okay. The more people become familiar with you, and not like through your content and stuff, like they're going to become familiar with you through your videos and your content. But I'm talking about like they knowing details. They knowing details about stuff that's going on with you. Okay. Also, you want to keep your social media profiles professional. Don't share anything that you're not okay with your clients seeing. Don't share anything that would be considered offensive to your clients. Don't share anything that would be considered inappropriate. So, because as a life coach, you are your biggest marketing system. You are your biggest marketing system, and your life markets for you. So what you do every day, what you do consistently. So you making sure you're not doing stuff where you showing up on TMZ and you out here on the blog. People got you in the blogs and stuff, and they doing all kind of videos and stuff about you, and they got all these receipts about you doing this or doing that, or saying this or saying that. All of that plays into it. It all goes back to the way that you carry yourself. That's how you draw the line between business and personal. You draw the line and you don't cross it. You set that boundary and you don't cross it. Not getting too close to your clients. See, when you're doing most of the listening, that's the easiest way for you to maintain that professional boundary, to maintain it, because you're listening and the session is about them. And the only time that you're talking about you is if you're making a point that relates to them, or a teaching point that you're making to them, or like a small advice tip that you're making to them. But you want to make it as less about you as possible. As less about you as possible. And then it goes back to the stuff that you're posting. What type of pictures are you posting online? What are you posting in your stories? You have to know proper etiquette. You have to know proper etiquette, that you can't just, when the moment you say you're going to be a life coach, you can't be out here saying, well, this is my social media platform and I can post whatever I want to post and I can talk about whatever. Well, life coaching ain't for you. Life coaching ain't for you. Okay. Because it's a time and a place for everything. And the moment you become a life coach, before I book with somebody, I want y'all to think about that. Before you book a session with somebody, ain't you going to look them up? You're going to look them up. You're going to see what they got going on. You're going to look for some reviews. You're going to read some stuff. You're going to try to figure out who this is. You ain't about to just be giving your money to just anybody. It's going to be somebody that you respect, somebody that you value. So you set that boundary as the coach. You understand that this is my responsibility. See, this is not theirs. This is my responsibility to set this boundary and to not cross this boundary. And you draw the line by the way that you carry yourself, because you respect and honor has to be carried within you long before you get on a coaching session. See? So by the time they book with you, they come into your brand, they're introduced into your world. You've already established a brand that is honorable. You've already established a brand that is respectable. I talk about this in my certification. You want to build a respectable brand. You want to build a brand that people know, they like, and they trust. This is how you scale. This is how you grow. This is how you get to the next level. Okay. So I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I love you so, so much. And even with that, what I always say at the end of my videos, I'm speaking from my heart. So I'm not saying something because it sounds good. I'm saying it because that's what's in my heart to say. And that's how I really feel. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like it's heart. Life coaching is heart work. It ain't hard work. It's heart work. HEART. What that heart do? Life coaching is heart work. I want y'all to put that in the comments, baby. Put that in the comments. Put that in the comments, baby. So to my coaches that are in Latoya Okia Academy, if you've invested in a certification with me in my academy, if you're one of my coaches, I will make sure you join us. Make sure you join me on February the 15th. February the 15th, if you're a coach in my certification, go inside the support group and you're going to see the information for this. Don't buy it, because you get it for free if you're in the certification. Okay. So go inside the support group, whether you're in the basic or the advanced life coach certification at Latoya Okia Academy. Our meetup that we're going to have on February the 15th, that's a part of your investment. Okay. To anybody that's not in the certification and you want to join that training, okay, I want y'all to go to Latoya Okia Academy and use the coupon code START2024. I'm going to be doing a live training where we're going to be going more in depth on February the 15th, 2024. I'm going to be teaching y'all how to work smarter and not harder as a life coach, how to repurpose your content, how to take one piece of content and use it over and over and over and over again. I'm giving away all of my secrets. I'm teaching you all of the systems that I use, all of the websites that I use, all of use. I'm going to be pulling it up on the screen, sharing my screen, walking you through it. You're going to see my exact strategy of what I use to grow my channels, grow my social media channels. My YouTube channel now is at 200,000 subscribers. I'm going to show you the exact formula that I use to do that. Okay, this ain't no fluff. This is what I have done for myself. Fruit don't lie. You can see it right there on your screen. You can see the number on the screen. Okay, yeah. When you invest with somebody, that's another thing. It's in the results. Look for the results. They can't tell you something that they ain't did themselves. Okay, look for the results. So go to LatoyaOkiaAcademy.com, or you can go in the description. I put the link in the description of this video called Work Smarter, Not Harder. Okay, I'm gonna be showing you how to repurpose your content. Yes, baby, how to repurpose your content, how to take one video and we're gonna flip that thing. And I'm gonna be showing you how all of the systems, all the websites, I'm dropping names. I'm pulling up the names on the screen. I'm giving you live tutorials, and we're doing Q&A. Okay. So I'm pulling it up on the screen. I'm showing you, I'm walking it through. I'm gonna show you how to set up your accounts with them, how to connect your social media, how to get your content from one platform to the next, because we working smarter, not harder. When I first started my coaching business, I was running over him and trying to make videos for this, then running over there and trying to make videos for that, and running like a chicken with my head cut off, running, and missing all that time with my kids and stuff. And I realized I did not get into business to still be missing time with my kids. Like, I left work, I left my job so that I could enjoy my time, so I can get my time back. See, but through trial and error, I learned this the long way, the hard way. But if you get in this training, baby, you can learn it the easy way. Okay. You can take all of my years and all of my time, all my all-nighters that I pull, all my trial and error, all my mistakes, and I've shrunk it all the way down into one training for you. And we're going to be on Zoom February the 15th for the Work Smarter, Not Harder Masterclass. Remember, if you're in the certification, this is part of your investment. So you don't have to invest in it. All you need to do is go inside the support group, get your link, save it, and show up on February the 15th. The name of the course is Work Smarter, Not Harder. Nakosha, did I put it in the, I think I put it in the description. Let me see. The training is $97, but you can use the coupon code START 2024. It's going to take 50% off for you. That's the promotion that I'm doing. It's going to take 50% off. Let me see. I think I put it. Okay, you put it in the chat. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Nakosha put it in the chat. Thank you so much, Nakosha. And it's in the description too. Yeah, it's in the description too. It's called Work Smarter, Not Harder. It's a masterclass for life coaches, and you're going to get my full behind the scenes playbook with all the systems, all the software that I use. And I'm answering your questions as we go along. So this is what you're going to want to do. When you come to this training, I need you to come to this training with your device with you. Come to this training with your laptop or with a computer with you. So maybe you got to watch me from your phone, and then you got your laptop pulled up. So as you're watching me, I'm walking you through the setup. I'm walking you through the tutorial. It is a live, interactive, real-time tutorial with me. I'm giving you all the systems, all the software that I use to be able to create my content. And I've came up with a way to create my content where I can get my time back. I homeschool my kids. I'm able to do that because I use these systems to repurpose this content and put it on. Y'all notice y'all be seeing me on every platform, don't you? I be everywhere. You think I be, oh, let me go over here. Let me go over here on Instagram. Let me go over here on Facebook. Let me go over here on YouTube. Oh, let me go over here on such and such. Let me go. We ain't doing that no more. We working smarter, not harder, baby. We ain't doing that no more. So full playbook, full behind the scenes. The class is going to be February the 15th, 2024. It's a live course, okay? It's not just a video. It's a live masterclass where you get me on Zoom live, and I'm answering your questions. We in real time, and you can bring, like I said, bring your laptop along with you so you can pull it, so you can go right along with me as I'm teaching you how to set it up, okay? Step-by-step tutorials, Q&A, all of that. You get that. All right. So I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Don't forget, use your coupon code. When you get to the checkout screen, it's going to ask you in a little section on the checkout screen, do you have a coupon? Click have a coupon and put that code in, START 2024, and it's going to give you 50% off. Yes, baby. The time is going to be 6 p.m. Is it 6? Did I set it for 6? Let me see. Let me make sure I'm telling y'all right. February the 15th, 2024. When you sign up for the course and you go in, you're gonna see the Zoom link right there when you sign up. Yeah, 6:30. Excuse me. It says 6:30. 6:30 p.m. Central Time. 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Use the coupon code START 2024. All right. I love y'all. I love you so much. Listen, now is the time, baby. Now is the time for you to start and scale your life coaching business. Okay. You that go-to person in your circle. People come to you all the time. They love talking to you. You're a great listener. You're a great listener. She said, do members have to sign up? It's not included in the membership. It's not included in the Latoya Okia Academy group coaching membership. This is a separate training. This is for life coaches. So if you're in the life coach certification, then you get it as a part of our regular monthly meetups. That's our meetup class that we have for February. But anybody that's not in the life coach certification, you can use that coupon code START 2024 and it's going to give you 50% off. Right, Nicole. So if you have a certification, please do not sign up. Yes. That's right. Okay, so we're going to wrap up there, baby. Y'all be blessed. I love y'all so much. I just wanted to pop in this evening and bring y'all this quick message. Understand that there's a new life that's available for you. There's a new life. I used to hear that all the time. So much stuff. I used to get all kind of prophecies from my pastor, from other spiritual leaders, and they would tell me, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. But I would always wonder how. Well, how y'all be like that when you get them prophecies, when you get that, and they tell you that, usually your next thought be, how in the world I'm going to do that? How am I going to do that? Believe me when I tell you, baby, that when God sent life coaching, when God called me to this lane of life coaching bridged that gap for me. Life coaching became the how. It became the how. Life coaching took me to the lifestyle that was always spoken over my life. The things that people told me I would do, I would be, I would have. How I was able to get there? By becoming a life coach. So when you find a place where you can take everything that you already are, all of your gifts that God has already given you, and you can plug your gifts into that business, that's your place where you want to park. That's your place where you want to settle in, baby. And that's exactly what I did with life coaching, because I saw how I was able to just be myself. You can just be yourself. Right? You can be yourself. You don't have to be somebody other than who you are, who you were divinely created to be. Now, you do need to be your best self, not the broke, busted, and disgusted you, but the best version of you. That's why I push self-development, self-develop. There's over 1,400 videos here for you. So I don't want to hear, well, Toya, they always selling some stuff. I can't get into training. I don't want to hear that, because it's over 1,400 videos on this channel for you. You don't have to get into free training. I mean, you don't have to get into the paid training. You can watch the free videos and self-develop. Now, what's the excuse? Come on now. You go to Divine Destiny with Latoya, my podcast, where there's over 150 episodes on there for you, free episodes. And the way I speak my messages is really, each message is a training in itself. Each message is a masterclass within itself. Come on now. That's something that I had to learn in order to scale my coaching business. I had to stop living in that scarcity mindset. I ain't never want to invest no money. I wanted everything for free. Do you know you only gonna get so far for free? You think you finna start and scale a multiple six-figure a year life coaching business and you ain't got to never invest no money? Where they do that at? Come on now. I can't even tell y'all the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that I have invested into myself, that I have invested in programs, in coaching, in courses. Come on now. And that's because I know it works, because I've seen what it's done for me. I know the power of self-development. So that's something that we have to come out of, is that scarcity mindset. Oh, they always want to charge for something. They always want to listen. That's a scarcity mindset. That's a scarcity mindset. I teach master classes on that too, how to overcome that. Overcoming the scarcity mindset. Every one of my videos here on YouTube, I'm teaching you how to do that. I'm helping you break that old habit of being your old self and how to become the new person that God has created you to be. Overcoming the scarcity mindset. That's how you're going to scale. That's how you're going to scale. Come on now. And it's when you sow the seed. That's right, Nicole. It's called sowing a seed. It's when you sow a seed. Now, you don't sow a seed everywhere. You don't invest money in everything, but it's what, okay, you prayed about it and you say, this is the move that God is calling me to make. This is the place where I need to plant my seed. I plant seeds all the time, baby. I plant them all the time because I understand the law of the seed. There is a law of the seed. That without a seed, there can be no harvest. Without a seed, there can be no increase. And whatever you want people to do for you, you got to do it for somebody else. See, I couldn't expect to earn money in my coaching business until I invested in another coach. I had to sow into other people. You can't expect people to buy your books if you don't never buy no books. You can't expect nobody to book with you and invest in your coaching brand. Come on now. And you see people and look right past them. They always charging for something. They ain't gonna get my money. How you think you gonna get something for you? You got a soul, baby. Come on now. That's a lesson we got to learn. That's a lesson God had to drill in my head. Because I was that person, baby. Listen, that I can tell y'all because I know I was that person. They ain't finna get my money. I worked hard for my money. They ain't finna get my money. I need my $37. And as long as I was like that, baby, I was robbing Peter to pay Paul, broke, busted, and disgusted. But when I said, you know what type of person do I need to become? See, I don't have the money in my possession right now to get that class or get that training. But this is how I would talk. I said, Lord, I desire to be in that class. I want to go to that seminar. I want to be able to travel and go to that place. I want to be able to meet this person and tell them how they done bless my life. I want to be able to sit in that masterclass. I want to be able to go to that Zoom training. Who do I need to become in order to get there? What do I need to learn? What do I need to read? Come on now. That's the mindset shift right there. That's when God gonna start taking you seriously. And that's when you're gonna start seeing increase. When you break that scarcity mindset and you tap into an abundance mindset. Okay. So I love y'all. I love you so much. I got to go get my children. I'll check back in with y'all later, baby. Y'all be blessed.